Hi. Hello, students. Good morning. How are you? I hope all are fine and safe at home. Welcome back to online class. Um, Grade 10, Social Science, that Economics, Unit 2, Globalization and Trade. Today we can learn about globalization and trade. Okay. Before that, last previous class already I have completed unit 1 and marked all the answers, isn't it? I am thinking you have learned well. Today we can learn unit 2, globalization and trade. Okay, in this lesson, uh, about globalization, history of globalization, trade and traders in South India, historical perspective. About these things only today we are going to learn. And also early traders, European traders, the Portuguese, the Dutch, the British, Danish and the French. Are you clear? Okay, so first thing, what is globalization? What is globalization? Do you know what is globalization? Globalization is the process of integrating various economies of the world without creating any barriers in the free flow of goods and services, technology, capital, and even labor or human capital. Under globalization, the international market for goods and services are integrated. So, what is globalization? Globalization is the process of integrating various economies means country of the world, without creating any barriers. Barriers means what? Any difficulties in the free flow of goods and services, technology, capital, and even labor or human capital. So, actually, we can say it is the connection of different parts of the world. Okay, globalization is the connection of different parts of the world, resulting in the expansion of international cultural, economic, and political activities. So, it is the movement and integration of goods and services among different countries. Okay. So, actually, globalization is the process by which ideas, goods, and services spread throughout the world. So, it is the connection of different parts of the world. Okay. Can you give some example for this globalization? Yes, right. That is social media. In that, which are the platform of this social medias? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, isn't it? These are the example for globalization. Next, what is trade? Do you know what is trade? Trade means what? Buying or selling of goods and services between people or countries is called trade. Are you clear? What is globalization? It is the connection of different parts of the world, resulting in the expansion of international cultural, economic, and political activities. Okay? Or globalization is the process of integrating various economies of the world without creating any barriers in the free flow of goods and services, technology, capital, and even labor or human capital. So, under globalization, the international market for goods and services are integrated. Okay. What is trade? The buying or selling of goods and services between people or countries is called as trade. Okay. So, today we can learn about what are the things we are going to learn according to this lesson: meaning and history of globalization, trade and traders in South India historical perspective, evolution of growth of MNC, fair trade practices and WTO, and the impact and challenges of globalization. About these things only we are going to learn in this lesson. Okay, MNC, what is the meaning for MNC? What is the full form of MNC? Multinational companies. WTO, World Trade Organization. Okay. First one, introduction or about the globalization and trade. Already in the previous lesson, Unit 1, we have learned, isn't it? Liberalization, privatization, and globalization, LPG, is also known as, can you remember, student? Yes, that is new economic policy. Okay, liberalization, privatization, and globalization, LPG, is also known as new economic policies, have become a much talked of subject among politicians, economists, and businessmen in modern days. Okay, next, globalization. You all know globalization means what? It is the connection of different parts of the world, isn't it? From this picture also you can clearly understand it is connected from one place to another place. For what purpose? For the expansion of international cultural, economic and political activities only. It was connected from one country to another country, and also for the movement and integration of goods and services among different countries. Okay. Globalization is the integration of a country with the world economy. So basically globalization signifies a process of internationalization plus liberalization also. Okay. Next, history of globalization. Here there are three types of globalization, that is first stage, second stage, and third stage. Be clear? So what are the types of globalization? Archaic globalization, proto-globalization, and modern globalization. Do you know who has introduced this term globalization? That is, it was introduced by Professor Theodore Levitt. Okay, who has introduced? Theodore Levitt. He only introduced this term globalization. So there are three types of globalization. Stage 1, archaic globalization. Stage 2, proto-globalization. Stage 3, modern globalization. Okay. About these things only, one by one we are going to learn in detail. First one, archaic globalization. See, archaic globalization, that means archaeology. In more olden days, find out more things, isn't it? Archaeology, தொன்மையான in Tamil we say. Okay, so it was happened between two countries, Summer and Indus Valley. There was a trade link between two countries, Summer and Indus Valley. So it was argued by Andrew Gunder Frank. He only argued globalization has been existent since the rise of trade link between Summer and Indus Valley civilization. In 3rd millennium BC, in which year it was argued? In 3rd millennium BC only, Andrew Gunder Frank has argued that there was a trade between Summer and Indus Valley civilization. Are you clear? Between these two countries only in 3rd millennium BC, there was a trade contact has happened. It was argued by Andrew Gunder Frank. Okay. Next, it was known during the Hellenistic age also. During the Greek period also it was known. Okay. And there was a trade link between many countries. Which are the countries? Has trade link? Roman Empire, Parthian Empire, and the Han Dynasty. During this archaic period itself, there was a trade link between these countries, Roman Empire, Parthian Empire, and Han Dynasty also. There was a commercial link between these countries, and also a development of the Silk Road was formed. Okay. the, this archaic globalization was also an important early stage of globalization. So during this Islamic golden age it was introduced. Okay, the advent of the Mughal emperor through destabilized to the commercial centers of the Middle East Company and China. Between two countries, Middle East Company and China only, the trade has happened through this Silk Road. Okay. So there are pre-modern phase of global exchange or sometimes known as archaic globalization. So this pre-modern phase of global exchange are also sometimes known as archaic globalization. So what is another name of this archaic globalization? Pre-modern phase of global exchange. Are you clear? Next one, proto-globalization. What do you understand about this proto? Next phase is the second stage is the proto-globalization. So next to archaic globalization, it is the second stage, that is the proto-globalization. Okay. So it was happened during 16th and 17th century. When it was happened in 16th and 17th century. In 16th century, Portuguese and Spain empire were have this globalization, and in the 17th century, Dutch and the British empire have this globalization. Not very clear. So, the many European empires has characterized this globalization. Maritime empire, European empires. That means through the sea route. Okay. In which year they have come to India? With the help of the sea route. Who has find out this new sea route of India? That is the Vasco da Gama. Very, very good. Next, so this proto-globalization is the middle globalization. And also it is next to archaic globalization. It is the second stage. It was arise during 16th and 17th century. During 16th century, Portuguese and Spanish empires started this globalization, and in 17th century, Dutch and the British East India Company has started this globalization. So this globalization became private business phenomena like British East India Company. When did this British East India Company has founded? In 1600. So there is another onward question, which is the world first multinational company, that is the British East India Company. When it was started means in 1600 only it was started in India. Are you clear? Okay, it is the world first multinational company, that is the British East India Company. It was started in 1600. Next, in 1602, the Dutch East India Company was established in India. Okay. Next stage is the third stage is the modern globalization. So what do you know about this modern globalization? It was started in 19th and the 20th century. But there is a lot of difference between this 19th century and the 20th century. Okay. So there is two important points. In the 19th century, what has happened means the whole world, only the capital investment and the economy and has happened. Only capital, investment and the economy. The three things only happened during the 19th century. Okay, but in the 20th century, there is a trade in merchant production, a growth of the trade in service, and the rise of production and trade of multinational firms also happens in the 20th century. Are you clear, students? In modern globalization, when it was started means during 19th and 20th century only. There is a vast difference between this 19th and 20th century. In 19th century, what are the things happen? How this trade was happened between two countries? What is the globalization? That means only capital, investment and the economy only happened during 19th century. At the same time, in 20th century, there was a large import and export has happened, and many production has grown, has done, and many goods and services was exchanged from one country to another country. Okay, so there was a multinational firms also has occurred in this 20th century. Very clear. Next, trade and traders in South India historical perspective. Okay. So they have formed one group. South Indian has formed one group. For what purpose? Guys means what? One group. South Indian traders has formed one group by merchants in order to organize and expand their trading activities. They have formed one group. For what purpose they have formed one group means in order to start the trade. Okay, and to expand the trading activities. So this group, what they will do means the Indian culture was exported to other land. The help of the trade groups only, they have exported the things, whatever things they have produced, goods and services was exported to other countries. Very clear. Next one, early traders. What do you know about this early traders? So in 1053 only, there one red colored stone was formed by Kalinga king. Okay, red colored stone was formed in 1053 by Kalinga traders. And also cotton textile to the Southeast Asia. Okay, so in 1053, red colored stone was started by these Kalinga traders for trade and cotton textile to Southeast Asia. Okay. Next one, European traders. What do you know about this European traders? How they come to South India. Okay. So these European traders, for what purpose they come to South India? Okay. So European traders, because of these trading activities, they come to South India. In European companies which came to India during this period. The discovery of a new sea route. Who has found out this new sea route between India and Europe? That is a Portuguese sailor, Vasco da Gama. Cape of Good Hope he has found out after reaching the respective on the civilized world. So because of this finding this new sea route only, they have come to India. The European traders has come to South India. Okay, the discovery of a new all sea route from Europe to India, Cape of Good Hope by Vasco da Gama had for reaching a repression on the civilized world. Okay. So next to this European, the Portuguese. Same, the Portuguese, you all know, who has found out the new sea route of India? Vasco da Gama, a Portuguese sailor. So when did he come to India? At which place he has come? At first where he has landed? Through the voyage, long distance he was traveling. And at last he reached in 1498, he reached at Calicut on May 1498. So what are the goods brought by Vasco da Gama? Were 60 times cost of the entire expenditure to India. Okay, first time he has come to India in 1498 at Calicut. So profits of goods brought by Vasco da Gama to Portugal were to 60 times cost of entire expenditure to India. Yeah. The second trip of Vasco da Gama in 1502 led to the establishment of trading station. So second time while he is meeting to South India, he has formed many trading centers. Okay. In 3 places he has started the trading center, that is Calicut, Cochin and Kannanur. In 3 places Vasco da Gama started his own trading centers, and also he has kept Cochin as his capital. Okay, the Portuguese kept this Cochin as his capital. Okay, are you clear? Next one, the Dutch. The Dutch undertook several voyages. Voyage. What is the meaning of voyage? Sailing on the sea. From 1596 and formed the Dutch East India Company. So in 1596 only, they have formed this Dutch East India Company. In 1605, a Dutch factory at Mazolipattinam was started by Admiral van der Hang. Admiral van der Hang has started one Dutch factory at Mazolipattinam and Pettapoli and Devanipattinam. Okay, when they have started this factory in 1605. By whom? By the Dutch people, Dutch East India Company. Next, in 1610, the king of Chandragiri has found another factory at Pulicat. He has started another factory at Pulicat. Next, the commodities were exported by the Dutch were, what are the things they have exported, from our country to their country? Indigo and Bengal raw silk. Okay. Like Portuguese, they also kept this Pulicat as his headquarters. Okay, which was the headquarters of Portuguese? Cochin. Cochin was the headquarters of Portuguese. Like the same thing, Dutch people also kept this Pulicat as the headquarters of the Dutch in India. Okay. Next term, the British. What do you know about this British? So already I learned the world first multinational company was started by the British East India Company, isn't it? So on 31st December 1600, Queen Elizabeth has given permission to start this English East India Company. So on 1600, Queen Elizabeth had given permission to start the English East India Company. Okay, so here on the English East India Company was established at Mazulipattinam in 1611 and near Pulicat in 1626. Okay, the English has granted the Sultan of Golconda also. Okay, in 1632, they allow free trade. In 1632, what they have done? They have given free trade. But in 1639, they built one fort. Where they built the fort means in Madras. That is the St. George Fort. Okay, so this 1639 St. George Fort was built by the British East India Company in Madras, which soon displaced Mazulipattinam as a headquarters of English. So, which was the headquarters of this British Mazulipattinam. So, once again I am saying, which was the headquarters of Portuguese, Cochin as the headquarters, which was the headquarters of Dutch, Pulicat was the headquarters of Dutch, and which was the headquarters of British, Mazulipattinam. Are you clear? Next, the French. Here, the Danes formed an East India Company and arrived in India in 1616. Okay. Before that, the Danes, I will explain. The Danes formed an East India Company and arrived in India in 1616. The Danish settlement were established at Tarangambar. Where they have started means in Tarangambar. In 1620, which was the headquarters of Danes in India. So, Tarangambar is the headquarters of Danes. They failed to strengthen themselves in India and in 1845 was forced to sell all their Indian settlement to the British. So what happened? Because of their failure, they want to give all their settlement to British company. Okay. So once again I am saying, which was the headquarters of Portuguese? Cochin. Which was the headquarters of Dutch? That is Pulicat. Which was the headquarters of British? Mazulipattinam, and which was the headquarters of dance, that is Tarangambar, that is in Tamil Nadu. And last, finally, the French, which was the headquarters of French, that is Pondicherry. Okay, Pondicherry was the headquarters of French. Okay. So first French factory in India was established in 1668. Okay. So who has given this permission to start this French factory? Sultan of Golconda, the king of Golconda. Golconda king only has given permission to start this French factory in India in 1668. In 1693, what happened means the Dutch captured Pondicherry. After a few days back, here they have handed back to the French. Okay. In 1701 only, they have find out that Pondicherry as his headquarters of the French. Are you clear, students? So, thank you, students.